Hi Sarah, it's Miss Nikki Ann, and you're not alone in the setbacks. Um, and wait a minute, just bear with me. I'm having a hard time too. I've been bedridden. I'm in the bed and kind of just sitting up a little bit. Um, I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, you're not alone with the setbacks, and I remember originally. I don't know if it was my GI, maybe because he diagnosed me originally, and he. I know there are different schools of thought when it comes to dysautonomia and POTS, and I know your doctor says you don't have dysautonomia, right? But I just don't see how you don't. But he originally told me that it is a progressive illness. Um, and maybe it's just my form or whatever have you. I know there are some people who 100%, based on their case, they're healed and never have a problem again. Just kind of like, oh, boop, just healed. And there are some people where it's a slow, 5, 10 year progression to healing. Then there are some who progressively get worse. And I think that's my case, and that's what my GI told me. So it makes perfect sense that I never, I'm never looking for. I'm just like with lupus or something like that. I know I have what I have, and that there are worse days, and those are the flare ups. And then I would call that what you were saying, you're going backwards, backsliding, whatever. So that's a flare to me. And but I know I don't expect to be what I was, because even like talking to the doctor, historically speaking, I was always this. I've always had a cardiologist since I was born because of a heart murmur. And over the years, it was a progressive situation from birth until now. So it's one of those things that for me, it's always been there, and then as I get older, it progresses. Um, the difference is that now that we recognize and know what it is, um, we can situate our lives so that we don't overextend our bodies, and we can be more skillful about how we go about our energy, using up our energy. So yeah, for me, it's progressive, and I expect as I get older that I'll see that the symptoms change and so forth. And yeah, I'm kind of like okay with that, knowing that I won't push my body to an extent where I damage it. So when we go out and we do things because we have to do weddings and so forth, yeah, we take a backslide because yeah, we push the body way further than it wanted to go, and then we have to rest it back up, and but along the way as well, it's changing. The illness is changing, it's progressing, and you get the newer symptoms, and you can't seem to shake these things. And then with like anything, there'll be periods, because it's dysautonomia, where you feel great, because that's the nature of the illness. And even though you feel great, you still have symptoms. It's just you've gotten so used to having them that you know living. I always tell my doctor, I'm a level 3 at all times. I have not seen a level 210 in years. And so a level 3 is that great day where I'm going nuts and just doing it all. But that's still a 3. It's not a 0. So I gauge it that way. And so yeah, but speaking on a spiritual, religious level, you never know what God has in store for your story. And of course, I do believe in miraculous healing and so forth, if that's what God has for your story. And if it's not, you're like me and you accept that it's probably progressive until life shows me something different. This way, I kind of go about my illness with that idea. It's probably progressive. How best can we maintain this instrument, knowing that? How not to push it into something really bad. Also, I understand you about the walking, slow walking, and things like that. I think we've discussed the pedals before. Let me see if I can grab them. Um, so, and these even travel really well. I don't know if you can really see. So, why is it always hard to catch? So it's just the pedals, the bedside. You can use them in the chair. So if I'm in my recliner, and I get my heart rate up, and I used to be an avid exerciser back in the day. I was serious, just like you. So I use them every day because it's so simple. And the next thing you know, you've been pedaling that thing for 30 minutes sometimes. You're like, wow, it's so easy to do while your kids are talking, while you're trying to do tasks like on the computer. I love those pedals. I was like, I wish I had known about this even when I was well. It's just an awesome way to exercise and still be sitting. And depending on how reclined you could get, I even, when I'm really sick, I try to at least do 10 minutes every day regardless. I try. But I'm really leaning back. I'm not sitting up. I can lean all the way back and still pedal those things just to give my heart a little, and the 10 minutes doesn't have to be straight. I could be like, oh God, a minute went by, give it a break, do another minute. And that's what's great. They're portable, they're lightweight, they're always right next to my bed when I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sit up and try this for a minute. It's not like a treadmill or something. And so, yeah, I would suggest giving that a try. And it has different resistance levels, and they're very inexpensive, which with our illness, it's hard to come by inexpensive things. And so, I love it. I have used it. I have not skipped a single day. You think? Not a single day since I've had them, and it just keeps my heart conditioned without, being upright. And on a good day, I'll lean back on my bed, kind of. I'm gonna lean back, and then I'm pedaling like that. I love it. I love it. It makes me feel as if I'm doing, and clearly it's doing something as far as keeping me conditioned. And so, yes. So going back a little bit, yeah, I'm excited to see what test your doctor comes up with for you, and to gauge what is happening now that the illness probably seems to be switching up on you a little bit and being a little bit more aggressive. So always about people getting tested. I'm like, which test did you have? Well, okay, because you never know what you can suggest to your own doctor. So when you guys get tested, it's great for me to know maybe there's something that we missed that we can add on to mine. So that's it. I'm rambling, and I'm so proud of you for all of that stuff that you did. When I heard you and Millie talking about weddings, I'm like, what? I was like, oh my God. And that's by the grace of God. Amazing. So, and I love what you told people about the wheelchair, because it's the truth. Just have a hard time. I'm not good at standing. I'm going to start saying that on the days when I don't have a lot of time to explain, because it's true. I'm not good at standing. You don't want me to do that. Not for long. That's it. I'm so proud of you. And yes, rest. All the activities that lead up to a wedding and the wedding day, and you're in Houston. I'm in Connecticut, and 44 degrees exhausts my body. 44 degrees. Okay? So I can only imagine. So, even with this temperature, I'm starting to be more dehydrated and having to really push the fluids to the next level at 44 degrees. So that, in the summer, I just don't go out because I can't take it at all. So I commend you. You're a great mom, great wife, and great friend for doing that. Great, church woman. Just, you're phenomenal. Rest your body. It's Easter. God made the world, and then even God rested. It's like, that's good. I need a break. My pots is getting to me. Even God sounded a bit potsy in the Bible. That's it, ladies. I'm going to stop rambling. I thank you for making a video, because I wanted to know how it turned out. I'm like, I cannot wait to see Millie and Sarah's videos, because then it gives me ideas on when it's time. Someone just said, you gotta be at this reception in October, so I need ideas now. And I actually was offered a free wheelchair that's going to be coming soon, so that'll be great to have it and not rent it. And so I'm listening to you guys for ideas. And you and I really think our doctors need to put us on a more aggressive IV fluid diet. And I'm going to address that with my rheumatologist in a week or so. Just put me on the regimen, especially with the summer coming. let's just know that this thing is important, even for the functioning of my GI tract. I need it. I can't absorb enough fluids to keep the bowels moving with the slow gastric emptying and everything. So we need to bring that up with our doctors. And I want to see if you do that, what he comes back with, because all this information coming from different minds about our illness is great. So I wonder what he would say to you. I'm going to see what my rheumatologist says, because despite all the tests leading to this is one of the best things for us, there's the other school of thought, and it's just like, seriously. But all I know is when I get my IV fluids, especially that solution that Dr. M mentioned, it has taken me further than the solutions I've taken before. And I kept switching it and trying different things, but this one worked. And I'm now starting to, yesterday I started to feel like, oh boy, going back, despite all my fluid intake, my salt and all of that, because people just assume you're not drinking enough. Yeah, if I drink any more, then there's a point where even if you got a lot of salt in it, it's just flushing. There's something about the IV solution that sticks and binds and then helps my colon to move and so forth. That's it, 11 minutes in. I love talking to you girls, but I think you're phenomenal for all of that. And on the other part about the regression, that's being my illness being progressive. That's my story. Yours may not be, but whenever we're on here, we're just throwing out different thoughts and ideas, and sometimes that light bulb goes off. Like with you in the wheelchair, I was like, oh my gosh, even though I knew it all along, I don't know, your story and hearing it, and it's made a difference in my life. I've seen Millie and everyone else, and I don't know, you said something, and so you just never know what someone else's story might bring to mind. This is long. God bless you. Happy Easter. Enjoy it. Relax and enjoy it.